When you hear the sirens or anti-aircraft guns, you must take cover at once. But there's no need to rush. If you take things quietly, you will prevent panic in others.
Welcome to Stockport Shelters, a mile of underground shelters.
We regard the agreement signed last night and the Anglo-German naval agreement as symbolic of the desire of our two peoples never to go to war with one another again. And no such undertaking has been received. And then consequently, this country is as normal in Germany.
Here at the Stockport underground tunnels, and we're going to have a look around. I'm going to show you around with me and I'll narrate over the top. So when you first enter, you've got a wealth of information and maps on the local area. This one was a plan that was done at the time. So the blue section is all the original tunnels that were already here, and then the red sections on there is where they plan to expand the tunnels further. The whole thing is carved out of sandstone, so it's easy for them to actually dig the actual tunnels, but they are still strong enough to withstand any pressure from above. Long, intricate tunnels, and the tunnel system has got these signs all over the place. This one's a what to do in the shelter. One thing to take notice on here was do not bring your pets, which was scary, of course, because you have to leave your pets on the outdoors. And I love the fact it says try to make do with the space available without fuss. So the tunnels themselves, they're quite wide in some places. Some of them are about the width of a single person, which you'll see further on. Each one have got these breakaway rooms that are boarded up. Hitler will send no warning. Always carry your gas mask with you. I like that one. But they're all blocked off, these rooms, some of them. Some have opened up and made exhibits. They've got signage all over the place from the time, which is great just to read themselves. You can pause the video and read them. This was the Warden's room. It's got its own little bunk in there. His bike, which he would have been cycling to the shelter on, which is really cool. Had his own little space, and of course, blackout signs. Put that light out. The tunnels themselves, there was 2 rows like this of seating. So every single point you were sat at, 2 people would be stood in the middle, and then you'd be sat there, and that would fill the whole tunnel. Over 6,000 people down here. Imagine, there's 3 of us at the moment. That's the restricted area. You can see it goes on a lot further. War department. That's the tool store. I think the metal one, because it's probably got a bit of spring to it.
No, I would sleep on the wooden one because it would dig in your back.
Right. 10 points. Who can tell me what that is?
An old teapot?
No, you wouldn't want your tea out of it. What do you think it is?
Give me a hint.
Everyone has to do it. This is another version.
No,
this is another version.
You have to. Sorry, it's like a toilet.
Yeah, it is. There you go. So chuffed with himself that he discovered a bedpan. But yeah, these are one of the smaller tunnels. These are inside the sick bay, so it had its own separate section within here, and it had its own beds within there as well. So obviously anyone really bad, they'd be lightly up in there. And the medical area was just a very small treatment triage area. So I was trying to explain this to the kids shortly that you'll hear. But I love the old pictures that are integrated as well, just to see exactly what it'd be like there. You just sat in this bit. This would be your triage, like in hospital. You'd wait to see the nurse and the doctor. You come up here, they'd do whatever they do, and if you needed to stay, you'd head down to the wards to have a bed. What does that say? You can't go in there. It says nurses only.
No, it's just toilets.
This is the toilets.
Oh, we actually are a nurse. Dad, you're not a nurse.
Is this where he said the paw prints were?
I don't know what that bar is.
Why do you think there's newspapers there? Don't pull it.
Oh, toilet roll. Toilet roll.
That's toilet roll, yeah. It's not to read. It's not reading material.
Sheet.
It's toilet roll.
What sheet?
No, there would have been more. There'd be torn up paper on there.
Two.
And you'd use torn up paper instead of tissue paper. So look, all these tunnels down here, places to sit.
Huh?
And that's the beds again.
I want to try.
Careful.
I'm trying to talk.
It's great showing the kids things like this, but you can't instill into them how different it would have been when it was a load of us in there, like loads of people at the same time, and under the danger from above, the fear that that would have caused. But that's probably a good thing. Just seeing the environment and how long people had to stay there was education enough for them. And these are just a small section of the mile-long tunnels. This little kitchen area is halfway down. It looked like a communal kind of kitchen area, mainly for brews, I imagine. Love the enamel cups, that's what I've got at home. And the big tea urns there. Have a cup of tea and carry on the British way. And then there's a recipe here for potato sausages. If you want to screenshot that, I might actually try making them on the channel. That could be interesting. Do some wartime recipes to see the kind of things they were eating as well. So great that they had this kind of facility. And all obviously the information's up there as well. Went into the men's room. The lads were interested in that and they were quite confused at what these actually were till I explained it was toilets, that it was just one big tube and it flushed from one end and it flushed all the way down. So really actually a very ingenious system to save water, and you can see the drain runoff there that goes down here. All the tunnel walls, you can see the etchings of how it was actually manually dug out. And then you've got a little area here that shows some of the tools, the little digger tools and things like that, how they would have dug them out in the first place and constantly expanded these for more usage. This inside at the end was an Anderson shelter, which we all seen and know about. And then these dark areas that just go off into the distance, they're through the fence. Now they do a night tour where they open these up, so hopefully I'm going to get to go along one of them. The information all over the place is great. If you want to pause the video at any point and read all of these, there's absolutely loads there. I couldn't actually stay there and read them all. Anyone with kids will know why. They would just be bored as soon as I'd got through one of them. But it was an absolute wealth of information of all the stuff from the wartime, about the shelter, about the dig for victory, rationing, everything like that. So it's just like a corridor of information towards the end. One thing I did notice is you can see the condensation and the moisture down there. So you imagine that's just with us down there. With over 6,000 people, which they had down there at any one time, that would be massive. So they are 80-year-old paw prints. I think he just came in and looked around. Whoa.
Oh.
Do you mind? Go back to the rest of the video. I can never resist a bit of toilet humour. This is just showing the system what I was on about. So the flush from one end runs down the tube all the way down then and is drained out at the other end. Interesting little bit about this end area, it's much taller. That's because well before the war, before even the First World War, they used to keep bears there. So that was the Stockport Air Raid Shelters. Thank you for joining me and the kids on this adventure, and we'll see you in another one.
Yeah.